the world news tonight, Governor Fubara swears in new permanent secretary, warns against illegality. NAFDAC gives Nigerian food companies 18 months to cut trans fats. Plus, EFCC warns core members against fraudulent practices. Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Good evening and welcome to Rstv World News. My name is Ndum Ajie. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has warned permanent secretaries in the state civil service against acts of illegality, stressing that records of misconduct will be revisited. Governor Fubara gave the warning while swearing in Mr. Austin Ezekiel Hart as permanent secretary in the executive chambers of Government House in Port Harcourt. Tamnobara Bigulubo has more.
The Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, presided over the swearing-in ceremony with the Chief Registrar of the State High Court, David Maduenyi, administering the oath on Ezekiel Hart, sworn in as a permanent secretary. Governor Fubara urged him to uphold professionalism and the core values of the civil service. The governor emphasized that integrity and due process remain non-negotiable for anyone serving in his administration. Sir Fubara described the new permanent secretary as a professional who stood his ground under pressure, saying his administration will continue to reward professionalism while punishing misconduct.
This appointment that you got today is because you choose to be a professional. I've never asked anybody from my commissioners and anyone that has worked with me to please me. I always request that do the right thing so that posterity will judge you. You, the new permanent secretary, I don't want to tell them any story about you, but I'm very sure a good number of you know that he stood his ground as a professional, knowing that do the right thing. Defend your superior. It doesn't matter, but do it in the right way. So I want to commend you and to request that now that you're also a permanent secretary, you're going to work with us, do the right thing.
Governor Fubara also issued a stern warning to some permanent secretaries, accusing them of compromising their duties during the state's emergency rule.
For every one of you here, you PAMSEC, who were involved in illegality. When I say illegality, I'm not talking about the issue of the administration of the emergency rule, it was the situation, but not guiding them to do what is right, supporting those things that are not the standard of civil service. Your punishment will come. Just be prepared. I'm not interested in whatever was done. It wasn't our fault. It was the situation that warranted it. But those things that were not done rightly, those ones that didn't follow the mob process and that you were involved in, I'm sorry for you. The records will be there, and at the right time, I will be bringing them up one after the other.
The event was attended by commissioners and permanent secretaries. Tamun Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has directed the Rivers State Waste Management Agency, RIWAMA, to adopt a new approach to waste management that promotes public health and environmental sanity. The governor gave the directive at a meeting with RIWAMA Chairman Dr. Samuel Wanosike and the Managing Director Dr. Ibimina Wokoma at the Government House in Port Harcourt. Again, Tamnobara Biglubo has more.
It was a closed-up meeting and Dr. Wanosike, chairman of the board, briefed newsmen thereafter, saying the planned environmental sanitation exercise for October 4th has been suspended to enable them restructure waste management in the state. He also said the governor has assured them necessary support towards having a better dump site and strengthening their capacity to keep the state clean.
The originally proposed environmental sanitation exercise that was supposed to hold on the 4th of October is hereby put off until further notice. This is to allow us build more capacity in tackling the issue of refuse management in the state. The governor wants a different approach and to put a human face to make sure the people see through waste management and to give them the best of it.
On his part, Dr. Wokuma, the managing director, urged Rivers residents to consider sanitation as a daily exercise, advising them to bag their refuse properly, avoid dumping in drains or on roads, and use designated waste bins.
On our activities, including the environmental sanitation exercise that is slated for 4th of October. And His Excellency has assured us he's going to give the agency the usual support that he has been giving the agency. He is a proponent of good health and sustainable environment. So he has assured us that the dump sites will be adequately maintained, and then bigger and better dump sites also provided.
The agency says residents will soon see improved waste disposal systems as part of the governor's new plan. Tamun Nobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
Rivers State Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Mma Odo has felicitated the Oba of Oberland, His Eminence Dr. Wachukwu Obuoha Nnamobi III, as he marks his 4th anniversary on the throne. In a statement from the Government House in Port Harcourt on Friday, Professor Odo described the monarch as a wise and gracious natural ruler whose leadership has brought peace, progress, and prosperity to the people of Oberland. The Deputy Governor, who expressed the hope that this anniversary will usher in a new wave of prosperity, peace, and unity in Oberland, prayed the Almighty God to continue to grant His Eminence healthy longevity, wisdom, and divine guidance as he navigates the complexities of kingship. Moving on, the paramount ruler of Woji community, His Royal Highness Eze Emeka Ihunwo, recently declared that collective effort is vital for the peace, growth, and development of the community. He made this known during a one-day security summit organized by the Council of Chiefs in Woji, Nubiakpo local government area. Elizabeth Amadi was there and now reports.
Addressing participants, the monarch condemned the rising trend of selling family houses and shops by indigenes to non-indigenes, stressing that such acts must be discouraged to protect the heritage and values of the community. He also frowned at the increasing number of children of school age roaming the streets and engaging in cultural dances during school hours, insisting that this negative practice must stop. The royal father reiterated his commitment to improving the lives of Woji youths and expressed concern over their continued involvement in restlessness and social vices, despite efforts to provide them with better opportunities.
So we reach out to our people, we appeal to them, and those of them who are sparked out and new ones came in, we try to reach them to see how we can help them, bring back their voting center to the ones closer to them in Woji. So that 43 is all over. But it's still not enough. That's the truth. And today we have resolved Operation Pack and Go of Woji for those who sell drugs.
On his part, Chairman of Obiakpa Local Government Council, Dr. Gift Wallo, represented by his vice, assured residents of the council's unwavering commitment to partnering security agencies and community stakeholders to ensure peace and safety across Woji and its environs.
When we know our problems, we know how to solve it. But if we don't know the problems that we face or the problems that we have, it will be a difficult ball game. And so I'm grateful on behalf of my chairman for a meeting like this. And we also want to encourage other communities to take a clue from what the OG community has done.
Also speaking, Area Commander ACP Lawan Yunus congratulated the community for the initiative, describing it as timely, especially in the ember months when crime rates and distractions are often on the increase.
Be alert always. This is the golden rule. Avoid walking while glued to your handsets. Keep a low profile. Avoid displaying richness, expensive jewelry, watches, phones, and large amounts of cash in public.
The summit, which featured a question and answer session, had in attendance dignitaries including the divisional police officer, youth leaders, captains of industry, women groups, landlords, and tenants. Elizabeth Amadi, Rstv News.
Do you love and care about River State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. Still ahead on the news, India, China resume direct flights after 4-year freeze amid efforts to normalize ties. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need am.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer o.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as sure banker. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go buy ball.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course na, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. So, no need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish your kids.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, cause Hypo is here.
Dirty floors and surfaces?
Not on our watch.
Protect every day with Hypo.
Dirty and stains no fit do us shakara. We got the remedy, original palasa. Hypo, go hypo. Protect your home every day with Hypo. Cleaning every surface, sanitizing home. Shine every corner, enter every corner. Your sitting room, kitchen, even the toilet. For cleaning, Hypo now. No lose guard, protect your home with Hypo now.
And just like that, the day is saved.
Mommy, Daddy, we have so much fun.
Germs always find a way back.
No greed. Protect every day with Hypo.
Hypo go Hypo.
SS power God is here. Dr. Jesus in action, God is here.
The Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of divine visitation and encounter. It is a night of divine intervention. It is a night of supernatural turnaround. It is a night where mercy will speak and judgment cancelled. It is a night to witness the instant demonstration of God's power and authority. Date, Friday, 3rd October 2025. Time, 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue, OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alo, River State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive the grace to travail in prayer to prevail over your enemies.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. The 40th memorial anniversary in honor of a prophet, reverend, and the founder of Celestial Church of Christ Worldwide, Pastor Samuel Bilewo Joseph Oshofa, has been announced by members of the church, South Region A, Rivers, Bayelsa. The clergyman who died 40 years ago began the ministry at his youthful age, founded the church on the 29th September 1947, and won souls for Jesus Christ, which the vision lives on. The statement signed by the chairman planning committee, Venerable Superior Evangelist Moses Ogumoye, Regional Head South AMSE Allen Jones Odofia, and Reverend EMF Oshofa, Pastor and the Spiritual Health CCC Worldwide, said the event is slated on the 4th of October 2025 at 10 in the morning. The statement further enjoined the public and Celestians to attend the remembrance anniversary service of Prophet SBJ Oshofa, holding at the Celestial Church of Christ Parish 1 headquarters opposite Romola flyover in Obiabo local government area of Rivers State.
Progress. It come from support.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point oh.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind. Progress na small wind wey dey carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mogo Bible.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Welcome back to the news. St. Luke's Anglican Church, Akpajo Parish, has now been elevated to the level of deanery. Nnamdi Olimini reports that the church organized an event to celebrate their new position. His reports.
It was a moment of joy as members of St. Luke Anglican Church Akpajo came out en masse to celebrate the elevation of their church to the status of deanery. Vicar of the church, who also delivered a sermon at the event, Venerable Gabriel Omoloye, expressed appreciation to God for the elevation of the church, describing it as a dream come true. Venerable Omoloye, who spoke on the topic Covenant with God and His Responsibilities, said the new position of the church as deanery calls for higher commitment and enjoin members to work together to achieve set goals.
We are now having a new status as a deanery, and therefore it is for every one of us to make sure that we make that the deanery works for good, so that everybody will join our hand together. There are responsibilities, and the church must be ready to fill the responsibility as a deanery.
Chairman of the Deanery Inauguration Committee, Ohaka Nwosu, thanked the bishop for the promotion to the new status and expressed the readiness of members to rise up to the challenges and responsibilities that comes with the new level.
The message for the church is that promotions come with a lot of responsibilities. We shouldn't be scared of it. We're already there. God will give us all it takes to stand by it.
Some members of the church said the elevation of the church from parish to deanery shows how faithful God has been to them, assuring that they are ready to upgrade and work according to the new status.
You can imagine that yesterday we were a parish, today we are a deanery, and so we just thank God. And today's service has been able to make us understand further the roles we have to play to what God has just done for us. We are very, very grateful and happy today.
Inauguration of committee, choir administration and Thanksgiving were some highlights of the event. Nnamdi Olimini, Rstv News.
The chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has warned core members across the country against engaging in cyber crimes and fraudulent practices, stressing that many young Nigerians are being convicted with internet fraud and branded members of the NYSC Batch B, Stream 2, at the National Youth Service Corps Orientation Camp in the Yana Ekpaja area of Lagos State. The FCC boss urged the corps members to be goal-oriented and avoid covering up criminal tendencies. Olukayede said corruption was dragging the nation backwards and urged the corps members to be whistleblowers in their environments. Now to some education matters. The Registrar of the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, Ishak Olayede, has called for a repositioning of Nigeria's education sector to reduce dependence on foreign assistance. Olayede made the call in Ibadan on the sideline of the 595th inaugural lecture of the University of Ibadan. The JAMB registrar, who stressed the importance of collective responsibility in national development, said Nigeria would continue to progress if every citizen made meaningful contributions within their own capacity. Olayede said that Nigeria would not need to depend on foreign assistance if its education sector was properly positioned. The registrar urged stakeholders in the education sector to take ownership of the system and strengthen it as drivers of Nigeria's growth and independence. Still on education, Nigerian Education Loan Fund has announced the disbursement of 107.6 billion naira under its student loan scheme, benefiting more than 500,000 of students in the country. According to the Students' Loan Disbursement Dashboard released yesterday, the scheme has received 846,461 applications, of which 581,878 students have benefited. Giving a breakdown of the funds, Nelfon said as of 26 September 2025, a total of 231 institutions have benefited from the loan scheme. The agency confirmed that the total loan disbursed marks the highest injection into Nigeria's education sector through a single loan scheme. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has set an 18-month grace period, effectively giving food companies until early 2026 before facing full enforcement of regulations to eliminate industrially produced trans fatty acid, TFA. The initiative, launched as a comprehensive strategy and roadmap for TFA regulation, moves Nigeria from simply having the policy to enforcing its world-class standard, a regulatory limit of no more than 2 grams of industrially produced trans fat per 100 grams of total fat or oil. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojishola Adeyeye, emphasized that the roadmap moves the country beyond policy creation to aggressive enforcement and implementation. NAFDAC's action targets a dangerous dietary risk factor strongly linked to cardiovascular disease, stroke, and premature death globally. And to some foreign news now, India and China will restart direct passenger flights later this month, ending a 4-year suspension imposed deadly border clashes in 2020. India's foreign ministry said the move will further facilitate people-to-people contact and contribute to the gradual normalization of bilateral exchanges between the two Asian giants. The resumption begins on 26 October when Indigo, India's largest budget carrier, will operate direct services between Kolkata and Guangzhou. More routes are expected to follow as ties improve. And now entertainment. Big Brother Naija Season 10 housemate Faith Adewale has been disqualified from the reality show for physically assaulting fellow contestant Sultana. Destiny Isaac gives us this and other entertainment stories.
The decision to disqualify Faith was announced by Biggie on Thursday after an emergency meeting was summoned at the main lodge, where Faith was ordered to leave the house immediately. His disqualification followed a scuffle with Sultana during group tasks after Sultana accused him of being controlling and insisting on leading the group despite the tasks not relating to his medical expertise. The argument escalated when Faith dragged a basket containing the group materials, causing Sultana to fall and sustain an injury. She also claimed her hand was hurt in the process. The show management noted that the incident violated the house rules, which forbid physical violence. Faith removal is the latest disciplinary action in the Big Brother Naija ongoing 10/10 season. Timi Ajibade, wife of singer Mr. Easy and daughter of billionaire Femi Otedola, has said her decision to take her husband's surname instead of keeping her father's is a matter of personal choice. In a recent interview with BBC, the actress and fashion influencer explained that she had not given much thought to the issue before marriage, but considered it a natural step when she becomes a wife. She further emphasized her respect for the choices of other women, adding that her decision was personal. Temi also opened up about why she...
Now sports. Flying Eagles of Nigeria got their campaign back on track at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup after a dramatic 3-2 win over Saudi Arabia. Nasiru Salihu gave Nigeria the lead from a super header in the 10th minute. Solomon Richard tells us more.
Ali Zabiru's side had another opportunity to double their lead a few minutes later, but Marubo Hario's goal found short was saved by the Saudi goalkeeper. Saudi Arabia equalized through Amar Al-Yaibi on 21 minutes. The Flying Eagles regained the lead in 38 minutes through right back Hemos Otuche, who fired home from inside the box. Saudi Arabia, however, restored parity 5 minutes after the break, courtesy of substitutes Khalid Haji's wonderful header. Nigeria got the winning goal deep into stoppage with Captain Daniel Bamiyi firing home from the spot. The 7-time African champions claimed to third position in group with 3 points from 2 games. Colombia and Norway topped the standing with 4 points each. The Flying Eagle will take on Colombia in their last group game on Sunday morning. Galatasaray's head coach Okan Buruk has provided a fitness update on Victor Osimhen ahead of his side Turkish Super League tea with Besiktas on Saturday.
Do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? Let's build and take her to greater heights. This is the task we must accomplish. And watch our news live on YouTube and Facebook at Rstv Online. And now to end the news, a recap of some of the major stories. Rivers State Governor Sasmina Fubara has warned permanent secretaries in the state civil service against acts of illegality, stressing that records of misconduct will be revisited as he swears in Austin Ezekiel Hart as permanent secretary. The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has set an 18-month grace period, effectively giving food companies until early 2026 before facing full enforcement of regulations to eliminate industrially produced acid, trans fatty acid, TFA. We also reported that the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukayode, has warned core members across the country against engaging in cybercrimes and fraudulent practices. That's the news. Thanks for watching. My name is Ndo Ajie.